We're here on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship with an acknowledgement of paternity. I'd like to ask both parties questions regarding service before we begin.
Okay.
Um, Ms. Houston, we emailed you a copy of the petition that the state filed in this case. Do you understand that you have the right to be personally served with that document?
Yes.
And are you waiving that right today?
Yes.
And are you agreeing to proceed in court today?
Yes.
Okay. I'd request, Your Honor, that the record show that Ms. Houston has waived her right to personal service.
So noted.
And Mr. Houston, we've emailed you a copy of the petition today. Do you understand that you have the right to be served with that personally?
Yes.
And are you waiving that right?
No.
So do you want to proceed today or do you want to be personally served?
We can proceed.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd ask the record to show that Mr. Houston is agreeing to proceed today.
So noted.
All right. And let's see. We do have I think a partial agreement that I'll go ahead and read into the record. The parties agree to a standard possession schedule. They're in agreement that there'll be joint managing conservators, with Miss Houston designating the primary residence of the child in Dallas or any contiguous county. The child is covered with health insurance through Mr. Houston's employer, and he's in agreement to continue that coverage. Additionally, at his employer, he makes $33 per hour. And his gross monthly income is $5,720. And he has two other minor children. And I believe those are all of the agreements. I'll start by taking testimony from Ms. Houston. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Nikita Houston.
And what's the name of the children on this case or the child on this case?
Aria Houston and Jamie Houston Jr.
Okay. And how old is Jamie?
He's 16.
All right. And how old is Ariel?
He's 10.
Okay. And when both children were born, did Mr. Houston sign a document in acknowledgement of paternity stating that he's the biological father?
Yes.
Okay. And did you hear those terms I just read out into the record that you and Mr. Houston agreed to?
Yes.
Are you still in agreement with those terms?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been family violence in the last 2 years between you and the father?
Yes.
When's the last time an incident occurred?
Well, he's always verbal daily. But an incident occurred with him with our son not too long ago. He picked him up and slammed him on the ground because he was dealing with some things with him that prior happened at school, and it was some things that we didn't like. But and not some months ago he pulled my hair out. I had a patch of hair out. He pulled my braid out, and I had a patch of my hair out in my braid in the back of my hair.
Okay. Have the police ever been called out for any violence between you two?
Yes,
When's
but
the
it's the
last time they
past.
were called?
It was last summer. It was last year in April, but I didn't press no charges or anything because it was verbal.
Okay. Were either one of you arrested?
No.
Okay. And have you ever been granted a protective order?
Um, when we had issues like abuse like years ago, but not recently. Not since we've been married. I haven't did
Okay.
any of that.
And when did you and Mr. Houston get married?
March 26th of 2016.
Okay. And you've been living together up until when?
The end of August.
Okay. So you've been separated about a month.
Yes.
Okay. Um, do you have any safety concerns with your address or your phone number being printed in the court order?
No.
All right. And even though there's been, sounds like some instances of family violence, you're still okay with being a joint managing conservator with Mr. Houston and making decisions with him together?
We don't get along. So we can't make decisions with each other. We always arguing with that. I mean,
Okay. So
we don't get along.
are you asking to be a sole managing conservator so you can make the decisions for the children on your own?
Yes.
All right. And do you believe that's in their best interest?
Yes.
All right. Are you okay with Mr. Houston having a standard possession schedule?
Yes.
All right. And We've calculated child support at $906 each month beginning November 1st for Mr. Houston to pay for the two kids. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
All right. And are you requesting retroactive child support for the last month that you've been separated?
Yes.
All right. And in the last month, has Mr. Houston provided any financial support to you for the children?
Well, he did. He did little things, but no, not like I've been asking him for my car. He helped. He gave like $120. My son, he's a senior this year. He have fees that's due. It's basically been an argument because he's not helping enough financially.
Okay. And when you all separated, did he move out of the residence or did you move out?
I moved to a whole nother resident.
Okay, with the kids.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No.
Okay, I'll pass the witness. The state calls the father. Sir, will you state your name?
Nikita Houston.
And Mr. Houston, when your children, Jamie Jr. and Ariel, were born, did you sign documents stating that you're the biological father?
That is correct.
Okay. And has there been any family violence in the last 2 years between you and Miss Houston?
Me and her verbally, yes. The altercation where she's referring about my son, we had some things going on with him, and he basically, when I was talking, basically kicked me in the face, and then he jumped up and wanted to try to wrestle. So that's why I ended up slamming him on the ground.
Okay. And was there an incident where you pulled on Miss Houston's hair?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And it sounds like the police have been called out for arguments between the two of you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. It's even if like me and her have an argument or something like that, no physical, she will call the police for no apparent. It can be a simple argument, and if she doesn't like what I'm saying, she's gonna call them.
Okay. And have you ever been arrested for any family violence between the two of you?
Like way back, maybe like in 2011 or something like that. Like way back then when we were younger.
Okay. And has she been arrested for any violence in the last 2 years between you two?
No, ma'am. But I could like recently she has busted my lip, but I didn't do none of that kind of stuff. I didn't even want to do all of that stuff.
Okay.
But
When was that?
no, ma'am. Um, I have to go in my phone and look at the video and see the date, but within a maybe month and a half, something like that.
Okay. Do you have any safety concerns if your address or phone number is printed in this court order?
Uh, no, not necessarily. Me and her currently. That's the only thing that's confusing me because we currently live together. So I don't see why she would say that we're separated because up until the last possible week or two, that's when I found out about this child support stuff. But we currently live in the same household together.
Okay. So
Like
she's saying
literally,
she moved out a month ago. Is that not true?
no, that's not true. It's not true at all. I literally this morning we literally was in the same bathroom with each other. We slept in the same bed.
Okay. So it's your testimony that you are still in the same household.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
And do you have a plan to move out of the household?
Originally, we stayed in the same household. I work a lot out of town. We stayed in the same household for the past 3 or 4 years together. I came back from out of town. I know this has nothing to do with the thing, but I came back from out of town. There was an eviction note on the door. The rent hadn't been paid for maybe 4 or 5 months. We end up moving to this new place, which we moved there probably a month ago, something of that nature. Come to find out, the house was infested with rats. So I end up, they don't, my kids didn't want to live there. They were scared. She was scared. Um, I ended up getting them a room. Uh, for like this was, I believe, maybe like last week or something, week and a half ago. I got them a room for a week. in the process of this court appearance, I was under the understanding that we were moving into an apartment. She has an apartment that I guess she just got approved for. But now, since the court stuff has been brought to my attention the last 3 to 4 days, all the ruckus has started. But we currently still live in the same household. That's the only
Okay.
problem that I had with anything that she really said.
Okay. So, are y'all still in a relationship together or just living in the same household?
Um, we I can say living, but we have been off and on with each other. So like it's me and her been doing this. I've been knowing this woman 20 something years. We've been doing this. I constantly have to get called in the court because I believe once time we were gonna do a divorce, but then we end up canceling it, and it's just basically like it's either I'm gonna do what she says or that's when all heck breaks loose. So I'm just the only problem I have is what she said about we're not living together and stuff like that and how she moved. But I'm really ready to get this stuff over with. And my thing is, um, the
Okay.
job that I
So
work,
you are employed and you make, let's see, how much do you make per month?
I make 33 an hour. But like I told the lady, I don't always make that extra money on travel because I go out of town. So sometimes I have to work 12 hours a day and I get extra money for as like overtime. I don't always get that unless I go out of town. I
Okay.
work kind of like contract work. So that gross at 57 a month, that's not always accurate. Sometimes I only get maybe 17, $1,800 every 2 weeks.
All right.
So it's
And
not,
you have two other children, is that right?
that's correct, man. Yeah.
Okay. And are they living with you or are they living with the other parent?
They're living with the other parent.
Okay. And so, do you think that there should be any child support set today?
As far as the case with Nikita,
Right.
um, I would say no. The only reason I would say no is so I can kind of get my credentials. I have my credentials as far as my ADP showing my check stuff, all that stuff, which you guys can see. But I would like for you guys to actually see what I am bringing home instead of going off based off the last couple months when we've been at peak season and I was making a little bit more money. I'm not going to always make this money at the same time. So I would like to get my credentials together so I can present it to you guys, email or whatever I need to do.
Okay. And do you and Miss Houston co-parent well together or do you guys have arguments?
Uh, when we're good, we're good. When we're not, we're not. If that
Okay.
makes sense to you.
So do you think that you guys could be appointed as joint managing conservators or do you think Miss Houston should be the sole managing conservator?
Um, when you say that, do you mean like she has custody of the kids all the time, or are you
That
saying
she'd
like
be the one to make decisions for the children.
uh, I give her that. Yeah, I give her that.
Okay.
That's fine. But
And if you are, if there is visitation scheduled, are you okay with the standard possession schedule, getting every first, third, and fifth weekend of the month with the children?
I am. But like I say, with my job, sometimes I leave out. Um, sometimes I leave out for 2 weeks at a time. Sometimes a month. So I might miss the whole. But that's basically like in peak season. So I possibly might not be able to get them on certain weeks.
Okay. And have you been out of town for work for the past month?
No, ma'am. No, I take that back. Yes, ma'am. I went to Indianapolis for a week, and that's another thing with my out of town work. They do usually give us a spot bonus for each week, which is around 250. But our company is in the process of selling, so they've been cutting back on money. So when I do go out of town, I don't even get that bonus anymore.
Okay. And
Yes,
so when are you back in town now or are you still out of
I'm
town?
I'm here. I'm here right now. I'm actually here in
Okay.
Dallas
So
now.
when you go home tonight, you're going to the same residence that Miss Houston and the children are at.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that's where you were last night, I think you said, right?
Yes, ma'am. The only
Okay.
reason why they haven't been there is because of the fact with the mice and stuff. I got all of that stuff did myself. I captured and killed all that stuff, and then they came back. But yeah, my kids are with my parents right now because of fall break. But yeah, we all still live in the same household, man.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
All right, I guess y'all are kind of in between right now. It sounds like we're not sure if y'all going to be together, you're not going to be together, whether you're going to stay married or whether you're going to get divorced. So kind of in between, I guess. I'm going to make orders as if y'all are not living together. And then if you wind up in a better situation where y'all reconcile, and you are living together, then it really won't change too much, but you'll eventually want to change the court orders. All right, so as far as family violence, I'm making a finding there's been no family violence within the last 2 years. I'm appointing y'all as joint managing conservators so that y'all can make decisions together. Sounds like y'all need to work on communication. I know y'all may be upset with each other right now, maybe, but you got to work a lot better on communication. Y'all been together for a long time. You should be figuring out how to communicate with each other better. Um, Mr. Houston's going to carry health insurance. And then for child support, I'm going to adjust it to a different amount to $850 a month instead of the 906. For back child support, I'm not granting any back child support. So we're just going to be beginning November 1st. And then I'm not granting a non-disclosure request. If y'all separate, you must know where the other party lives. So you must notify them of your new address and court calls billed to Mr. Houston. So if y'all wind up staying together, the 850 will get taken out of your check. It will come back right back to you because it's going to go to Miss Houston, and then there's no problem. If y'all are separated, then she can use that money for child support. If y'all wind up getting divorced sometime in the future, make sure you tell the court, the divorce court, that you already have a child support order, and that way they can combine this case with that case. We'll kind of wait and see what happens with y'all, but that's the order that I'm going to make today based on where I think y'all are today right now. All right, the Attorney General's office, we're drafting an order with those findings and rulings, and those will be the orders that y'all must follow. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.